Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Sanders, and this is Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection. Today, I want to talk about a really very interesting watch from Christopher Ward called the C1 Bel Canto. When I first saw it, I thought, reminded me a bit of the one of the MB&F watches, and but then I found out more about it, and it was far more interesting than just what I thought at first glance. Uh, I always like watches that you can really see the movement in a clear way. Now, in this particular one, you can see the gear train coming right down from the middle of the sub dial up at the top, which is your main time telling device. And they originally came in what's called a zero blue and verde green. I like both colors, so that worked out well for me. And you can get them with a leather strip, a strap, or a bracelet. And so let's take a look at it. I mean, Christopher Ward is a brand that I've always liked, primarily because they're honest. If they do have one of their own movements called an SH21, but they use other ones, Solitas. They used to use ETAs when they were available. But the thing about it, and the prices were good. When you bought one, you knew what you were getting, and that's true again with this watch, which is they made 300 of each, and they sold out almost immediately, and I can see why. So let's take a look at the what's going on here. First of all, you can see the gear train very clearly, just right out there. Now, what they did, they had a jumping hour watch, and they used the gear. They converted it that sort of looks like sort of a Nubby Maltese cross type of gear. And when it goes around and then it hits the lever, it'll ring the gong. There's a little red, look like a bird beak that is indicates sound on and off. And I think at 4 o'clock they have a little button you can push if you don't like the sound. And then they have a little squiggly mark showing that it's on, indicating sound, and they have a smooth mark indicating it off. And the chime is by a spring that goes all the way around it. And the way it works is that there's a there's a striking point, there's a hammer, and the hammer just comes down and hits it uh, when the converted uh, jumping hour gear pops the mechanism that activates the hammer. And then the chime spring is where they get the sound from, and they're very, very thorough about this. The back of the watch is to enhance the sound. So, I mean, for an unaffordable minute repeater, for this thing goes for about $3,600. Um, a very, really remarkably nice watch. Now, the caliber is called an FS01, and it's based on the caliber JJ01 jumping hour. Um, that was, and they created it using 60 additional parts. Now, the whole thing is on top of a Solita SW200-1 base, so you've got this. You're really getting a lot now. Like I said, $3,600 for people might say, well, that's a little expensive for a Solita, but the Solita is simply the base. It's just sort of the driving force underneath, and what really makes it certainly very much worth it is the FS01 on top of it. The FS stands for Frank Stelzer, who is the watchmaker who designed the mechanism for it. They have a titanium case, 41 millimeters, 4 hertz. Then the sound enhancing back, I really like that. The way they have it set up so that the sound is, you can hear it from your wrist. 38-hour reserve automatic. So anyway, this watch to me is a very interesting one. A lot of people, like I said, they sold out. Now they have a waiting list for it. So it's something I think you might be interested in. Take a look at. Let me know what you think. If you have one, I'd really like to hear what you have to say about it. And this is an opportunity to subscribe if you like. And until next time, this is Bill Sanders for Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection.